Bayern Munich stands at the edge of the abyss, their Champions League hopes hanging by a thread. With everything to play for, can the Bavarians pull off a miracle and rewrite their destiny, or will this be the chapter that exposes their vulnerabilities on Europe's grandest stage? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please make sure to subscribe the channel and ring that notification bell so you do not miss our latest content. With their Champions League dreams on the line, Bayern Munich finds itself in a high-stakes battle where every goal and every point could determine their fate. Can they defy the odds and secure a miraculous top 8 finish, or is this the beginning of a major reckoning for one of football's biggest powerhouses? The pressure is mounting at Bayern Munich. With their Champions League hopes hanging by a thread, the club finds itself in a desperate numbers game, calculating every possible scenario to secure a top 8 finish. But can the Bavarians defy the odds and pull off a miracle, or is this the beginning of a harsh reality check for one of Europe's footballing giants? Bayern Munich is facing an uphill battle in the Champions League, desperately crunching numbers and assessing every possible scenario that could allow them to secure a top 8 finish. Despite the daunting challenge, the club remains resolute in its ambitions, with internal calculations and strategic planning underway to maximize their chances. At the heart of this endeavor is the necessity of not just securing victories but achieving dominant scorelines. Their upcoming match against Slovan Bratislava is a must-win fixture, but Bayern is not merely looking to scrape by with a narrow victory. Instead, they are eyeing a significant goal difference boost, which could be a deciding factor in their pursuit of a top 8 berth. There is even internal discussion of an 8-0 victory over Bratislava, which, in an ideal scenario, would allow them to leapfrog Atalanta on goal difference, assuming the Italian side only manages a draw against Barcelona. However, the likelihood of such a scenario unfolding remains slim, as Bayern needs multiple favorable results across different fixtures to align in their favor. The club's official website broke down the complex permutations required for Bayern to finish within the top 8. In essence, Bayern must surpass 7 of the 10 teams currently ahead of them on the final match day. This is an improbable feat, but as CEO Jan Christian Driesen pointed out, the good thing is that we haven't been knocked out. Following a devastating 3-0 defeat to Feyenoord, Bayern's path became significantly more difficult, making their current mission seem almost miraculous. Despite these unfavorable odds, Bayern Munich is determined to give their all. The club's management, coaching staff, and players understand the gravity of the situation. Losing out on a top 8 finish would mean entering the playoffs, a scenario the club desperately wants to avoid. The financial implications, fixture congestion, and added pressure of knockout matches would put additional strain on an already demanding season. One of the biggest concerns for Bayern heading into the crucial Bratislava match is the availability of key players, particularly in defense and goalkeeping. The squad has faced numerous injury setbacks, with several center-backs and goalkeepers either sidelined or struggling for match fitness. This has added an extra layer of complexity to their challenge, as any defensive frailties could be exploited, hindering their chances of securing a commanding victory. Beyond the immediate challenge, Bayern Munich's current predicament raises broader questions about the club's squad depth and overall strategy. Are they setting the bar too low for themselves by finding solace in statistical possibilities rather than tangible improvements? The squad's weaknesses, particularly in defensive depth, have been exposed multiple times this season, and this situation underscores the need for reinforcements. Joshua Kimmich's contract situation is another underlying issue that continues to linger. While the club has remained relatively quiet about ongoing negotiations, speculation about his future could be an unnecessary distraction. Kimmich is a pivotal player, and securing his long-term commitment should be a top priority. However, if Bayern fails to meet his expectations both financially and in terms of competitive ambitions, he could consider a move elsewhere. Bayern Munich has always been a club that thrives on excellence. Their history is decorated with moments of resilience, comebacks, and triumphs against the odds. While their current situation in the Champions League is far from ideal, history has shown that they are capable of achieving the extraordinary. However, relying solely on the unpredictability of football to solve their problems is a dangerous approach. Strategic decisions, improved squad depth, and a clear vision for the future will be crucial in determining whether Bayern remains among Europe's elite or finds itself struggling to maintain its status. As the final match day approaches, Bayern's fate hangs in the balance. The players must step onto the pitch with the belief that miracles can happen, but the club as a whole must also reflect on the lessons from this campaign. Whether they succeed or fall short, the bigger question remains: how will Bayern Munich ensure that they never find themselves in such a precarious position again? Bayern Munich is fighting to keep their Champions League dreams alive, with everything on the line. Can they pull off a miracle and secure their place among Europe's elite, or will the odds prove too much to overcome? Stay with us to find out, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates, insights, and breaking football stories. Bayern Munich stands at the edge of the abyss, their Champions League hopes hanging by a thread. With everything to play for, can the Bavarians pull off a miracle and rewrite their destiny, or will this be the chapter that exposes their vulnerabilities on Europe's grandest stage? Stay tuned for all the latest updates, analysis, and drama. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on the biggest stories in football.